Hi, good evening. I hope you're well. I'm also fine. We'll be learning about the sine and cosine rule and how it applies in trigonometry. So stay tuned so that we can be able to learn these particular concepts. About we have the sine and the cosine rule. So just tuned in so that you are going to have one flow. Thank you. So we have a question here. We have a triangle, and in this triangle we have the dimensions of the triangle as ABC, and we have dimension AB as 6 centimeters. We have dimension BC as 7 centimeters. We have dimension AC as 8 centimeters. And our question is, determine the value of x. Determine dimension x. Determine dimension x. So what we are going to do in this case, as I have written here, we will apply the sine rule. And the sine rule states that A over sine A is equals to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. So that is how the sine rule states. A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. So what we are supposed to ask ourselves now is, what is our small a? So our small a is the opposite of this a. So this is capital A, so the opposite side, this is small a. If B is here, our small b is opposite of this, so that is our small b. And if our c is here, our small c will be there. There is where our small c is going to be. After we get that now, what we are going to do now, we now want to determine x. We want to determine x. So what are we going to use? We are going to use the elements that are incomplete. If we decide to use a over sine a, it must be complete. So we have a here. So our a is here. We have 7 here over sine a. We have sine a because our a is 70 degrees. So we are going to use that one. And now we want to determine b or our x. So we have our x here as b, and we have our sine b, which is sine 30. So we can use those two. It is not a must to use the other one. The two, a and b, can give us the response. So our a is going to be 7. So we are going to use a over sine a is equal to b over sine b. Those two are enough to give us the answer, or the x. So our a is 7 and our sine a is sine 70 degrees is equal to, our b is equal to x over our sine b is equal to sine 30. So it is going to be sine 30 degrees. Sine 30 degrees. So for us to determine the value of x, we are now going to cross multiply. We will cross multiply. And when we cross multiply, we are going to get x times sine 70 is equal to 7 times sine 30 degrees. 7 times sine 30 degrees. Once we do that, we will get x times sine 70 is equal to x sine 70. X sine 70 is equal to 7 times sine 30 degrees. 7 times sine 30 degrees. And because we want to be left with x on this side, we will divide both sides by sine 70, both sides by sine 70 degrees. And once we divide by sine 70, we will get our x as, so you take your calculator, you take 7 times sine 30. 7 times sine 30, like that. 7 times sine 30, it will give us 3.5. Once we get 3.5, you now divide sine 70. You divide sine 70. And once you divide sine 70, you will get 3.725 centimeter. So our x dimension, or our AC, is equal to 3.725 centimeters. 3.725 centimeters. 3.725 centimeters. So what we are now going to do, we are going to do another question on sine rule. We will do another question on sine rule. We will do another question on sine rule. So sine rule and cosine rule goes hand in hand. What I mean is that it is very rare for you to be asked to solve one. They come conjoined together, so you are going to apply it as you solve your question. So we will do another example on sine rule, and once we do this example on sine rule, we will now do cosine rule, so that we can be able to do questions that fumble with both of them together. So example 2, we have another triangle, and this triangle here is PQR, and our triangle PQR has QR as 8 centimeter. It has this as 6.5 centimeters. It has this as 4 centimeters. Then it has this angle as 56 degrees. 56 degrees. So we are now supposed to determine angle X allow me to just use, instead of using X, allow me to use alpha, and this one beta. We are supposed to determine the two angles. So find alpha and beta. Those are the angles we are supposed to determine. By talking of alpha and beta, this is the same as theta. You can take this to represent theta. So I want us to determine this theta and this theta, the two thetas. So remember we said that for you to determine sine rule, the formula is not changing irrespective of these points changing. So what we now need to know, we first said that in sine rule, A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. And since we do not have A over sine A, B over sine B, and C over sine C, here we are going to use whatever we have, P, Q, and R. So we will say P over sine P is equals to Q over sine Q. Bora tu ujue ya juu ni C ni small letter, P ni capital, is equal to R over sine R. Is equals to R over sine R. So in this case, we are going to use P over sine P, which is the same. So if we have our capital P here, our small p we said is the opposite. I'm going to get other pens of different colors so that I'll be highlighting these points clearly, ili mnaona vizuri. Then we have small q on this side, and then we have small r on this side. So what we are going to do is, our formula P over sine P, so tunahitajika tutafuta hizi angle. So our P, where is our P? Our P iko hapa ni 8. So 8 over sine alpha. 8 over sine, tuite tu alpha, is equals to, remember that is P over sine P, ama mkubali tu niseme P, mnajua P ni gani? Ni hii alpha, is equals to Q over sine Q. Q ni 56 degrees na Q small ni 4. So itakuwa 4 over sine 56 degrees. So with these two, we can be able to determine sine P or P degree. So we are going to cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we are going to get 4 times sine P is equals to 8 times sine 56 degrees. 8 times sine 56 degrees. So 4 times sine P will be equal to 4 sine P is equals to 8 times sine 56 degrees. And because we want to be left with sine P, we will divide both sides by 4. Once we divide by 4, we are going to get, so tutafuta sine 56 times 8 divide by 4, we will get 1.658. 1.658. Then tutafute sine P inverse. Sine P inverse, you click shift then sine then answer. Najua imekupatia math error. Math error. Math error, it doesn't mean we are wrong. It means that this angle being 56 is a little bit way higher. We can change this angle to be 35. We can change it to be 35. Let's make it 35 for good reasons. So, tubadilishe hapa tuweke 35. Hapa tuweke 35. Hapa tuweke 35. So here we will have 35. Why am I doing that? I'll explain to you. So it will be sine P is equals to, the reason I'm putting it to be 35, let's try sine 35 times 8. Na bado hata hiyo ni kubwa. Ni kubwa. The reason I'm doing it is because let's make it a smaller value. Let's make 15. 15. So, the reason, sorry for that correction, the reason I'm doing that is because the questions that I want to take you through, I've not gotten to the real work about it. They are more composed of cosine and sine rule together. Lakini hizi na split, so I'm creating my own questions to explain the concept before we now take an applicational question. Remember, I'm teaching you and I'm guiding you from the context of what comes in the exam. So I'm not giving you something that I know ati utaenda uanze kuapply vitu zingine mpya. No. I'm taking you through something that I believe tutaenda straight to the application tupate. So the mistake here is that E15 ni kubwa na sine haifai kupita 1. Ikipita 1 inakuwa math error ukitafuta inverse. So the reason I'm making all those corrections is to make it adjust to our maths so that we can be able to proceed with this question. Why? Ili tukifanya hii na tufanya cosine rule, tutaweza kufanya swali combine ili uelewe. So sine 15 0.2 times 8 then divide by 4. So sine 15p sine p itakuwa 0.5176. 0.5176. So tunafaa tutafute nini? Sin P inverse. So sin P inverse unakujanga kwa calculator, unafinya shift, unafinya sign, unafinya answer, then unasema equals. Inakupatia 31.17 degrees. So tukipata hiyo, tushapata hii alpha sin P. So hapa tushapata ni 31.17. So imebaki gani? Imebaki beta. Beta. Hii beta usishinde ukitumia sine rule. Hata ukitumia sine rule utapata tu, but kuliko kuchoka ukitumia sine rule, remember interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. So beta in short terms is equal to 180 degrees minus the sum of 31.17 plus 15. The sum of 31.17 plus 15. So our beta will be equal to 180 degrees minus 31.17 plus 15. Then 180 minus answer, it will be, after you now take 31.17 plus 15, itakuwa 46.17. Then beta will be equal to 180 minus answer, itakuwa 133.83 degrees. 133.83 degrees. I hope I've explained it well. Hapa tumeweka 15 juu sign haingepita 1. Na nikakwambia ninakuelezea I'm using my own question. I construct my own question to explain the concept so that I can give you the required questions. So type on the comment section to tell me whether you have understood. If you have understood on how to juggle through sine rule, we can now embark to cosine rule. Niambie kwa comment. Let us proceed to cosine rule. Let us proceed to cosine rule. So for cosine rule, given a triangle let us say ABC. We say if this is A, this one is small a. If this is B, this one is small b. If this is C, this one is small c. So the formula for cosine rule is this one. This one is the formula for cosine rule. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared, nikuandikie vizuri, plus C squared minus 2AB multiplied by cos A. That is the formula. A squared plus A squared equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2AB cos A, depending on what you are finding. So unaona hapa imeanza na A. So tukisema tuanze na B hapa itakuwa, tukisema tuanze na B squared itakuwa hapa itakuwa A squared plus C squared minus hapa ni A na C, hapa ilikuwa B na C ikakuwa sorry, hey, what is happening? This one is 2BC. This one is not AB, this one is BC. Pole sana. Pole. It is BC. So unaona A squared hapa inakuwa 2B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Hii nayo itakuwa B squared ikiwa hapa, so hapa itakuwa A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. Na kama unatafuta ya C, so unajua itakuwa C squared equals to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cos C. Based on what we are determining. Hizi inaweza apply kwa P, Q, R, T, S, U, anywhere. But that remains the formula. Write them down. Write them down. Write them down so that we can proceed with questions. So in this case, let us use this triangle for an example. So in this triangle we are having here, let us say this one is 15 centimeters, this one is 6 centimeters, and this one is 9 centimeters. And we are told to determine this angle. We are told to determine this angle. This angle is A. So this angle is A. Let us just call it, yeah, iko sawa, iko tu sawa theta. So this is our angle A. So before we determine this, you need to understand that if this is A, this one is A. If this is B, this one is B. And if this is C, this one is C. And once we get that, we are now going to use the formula. Juu tunataka kutafuta kitu ya A, cos A ama angle A, tutatumia A squared is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cos A. Hiyo ndo tutatumia juu tunatafuta hii A. Hii capital A ndo tunatafuta in this case. So what we will do, we will now check what is our A. Our A is 6. So hapo itakuwa 6 squared is equals to what is our B? Our B is 9. So it will be 9 squared plus our C squared ni nini? 15. 15 squared minus 2. What is our BC? BC. BC ni B ni 9 times 15. 15 times 9. What is 15 times 9? Tuandike tu hivyo 15 times 9 then multiplied by cos A. Juu hatuna hii capital A. So 6 squared is 36 is equals to 9 squared is 81 plus 15 squared is 125 minus 2. So 15 times 6 is 90. 15 times 7 is 105. 15 times 8 is 120. 15 times 9 is 135. So what is 135 times 2? 135 times 2 is 270. So that will be minus 270 cos A. Minus 270 times cos A. So tukifika hapo tukuje hapa. So 36 is equals to 81 minus 125. 81 minus 125. Sorry, 81 plus 125. 81 plus 125 itakuwa 206. So itakuwa 206 minus 270 cos A. Minus 270. Cheni nifanye hivyo. 36 equals to 206 minus 270 cos A. Minus 270 cos A. Minus 270 cos A. So tutaleta hii na huku. Hii tabaki hapa kwa sababu ni minus 270 times cos A. So hii haiwezi peleka mahali, tuiache tu hapo. Tulete hii na huku. Tukileta hii na huku itakuwa 36 minus 206 itakuwa negative 170 is equals to negative 270 cos A. Negative 270 cos A. Tunataka kubaki na cos A peke yake. So we will divide both sides by negative 270 by negative 270. Negative 270, negative 270 ishe. Tubaki na cos A is equals to negative 270 divided by negative 170 divided by negative 270. Itatupatia 0.6296. So tumepata cos A ni 0.6296. Hiyo ndiyo cos A. Lakini sasa hatutaki cos A, tunataka A. So tukasema kutafuta A, juu ile ni cos, utakuja hapa ufinye shift. Ufinye shift. Already tumepata 0.6296. Hiyo ikiwa answer yako, ukuja ufinye shift cos, then hiyo answer 0.6296 equals 50.98. So our A itakuwa 50.98 degrees. 50.98 degrees. 50.98 degrees. 50.98 degrees. Nani amemaliza? Are you done? Have you understood? Ama tufanye ingine? Haya. Tutafanya ingine. Let us do another example. I was adjusting the camera. Write down this question. This was in 2004, paper 1, number 12. 2004. Paper 1, number 12. Question reads, in the figure below, PQRS is a trapezium with SR parallel to PQ. SR is 5 centimeter. RQ is 4 centimeters. QS is 8 centimeter. And PQ is 10 centimeter. So draw this trapezium. So this one is P, S, RQ. Hizi tumeambiwa ni parallel. This one is 5 centimeter. This one is 4 centimeter. This one is 10 centimeter. Na hapa kuna QS. And now the question reads, calculate A, the size of a QSR. 2 marks. B, the area of triangle PQR. The area of triangle PQR. Copy the question very fast. Tulifanya hilo. Are you done? Done? Let's respond to that question. So the first question reads, find the size of triangle QSR. The size of angle QSR. So tutachukua hiyo triangle tuichore. Hiyo triangle inakaa hivi. Inakaa hivyo. So tuko na S, Q na tuko na R. Hii ni 5 cm. Hii ni 4 cm. Na hii ni 8 cm. So tumeambiwa find the size of angle QSR. Find the size of angle QSR. QSR ni hii angle. Hiyo ndo angle tunaambiwa tutafute. Hiyo ndio angle tunaambiwa tutafute. QSR. Tunaambiwa tutafute angle QSR. Angle iko hapa. It is where these two lines S and R, SR and SQ are converging. They are subtending this angle. So what we are now going to do, we will apply the cosine rule. So in this case, we have now QSR. So if this is S, this one is our small s. If this is R, this one is our small r. And if this is Q, this is our small q. Najua hapa tuna deal na S. Kila kitu tutadeal na S. Na tukisema kila kitu tuna deal na S ni kusema S squared is equals to, hizo zingine tuko nazo ni R na Q. So ni Q squared plus R squared minus 2QR times cos capital S. Times cos capital S. Mbona leta zimebadilika? Ni kwa sababu tunatumia leta tofauti. Instead ya kuanza kusema ABC, then urudishe ili tu tuende straight to the point. S squared equals to Q squared plus R squared minus 2QR cos capital S. This one is cos S. Cos S. So tutaenda straight to the point. What is our S squared? Our S number 1 is 4. So itakuwa 4 squared is equals to Q. Our Q is 5, so it will be 5 squared plus R squared. Our R is 8, so it will be 8 squared minus 2. What is QR? QR ni 5 times 8, itakuwa 40. Then times cos S. Hii angle ndo tunataka. So itakuwa 4 squared is 16 is equals to 5 squared is 25 plus 64 minus 80 cos S. Cos S. So itakuwa 16 is equals to 25 plus 64 is equal to 89 minus 80 cos s. Hii juu ni 80 cos s, tutaleta hii 89 na huku ili tubaki na 16 minus 89. Hii ikikuja huku itakuwa minus, so 16 minus 89 is equal to negative 80 cos s. So what is 16 minus 89? 16 minus 89 will give us negative 73 is equals to negative 80 cos s. Na juu tunataka kubaki na cos s peke yake, tuta divide both side by negative 80 by negative 80. Hiyo na hiyo iishe, tubaki na negative na negative iishe, tubaki na 73 divided by 80, it will give us 0.9125 is equals to cos s. Tukasema ukipata hivyo unakuja unafinya hiyo ndio 0, unafinya shift cos then 0.9125 unapata 24.15 degrees. So s is equal to 24.15 degrees. That is to the nearest 4 significant figures. I've written our answer to the nearest 4 significant figures. So we are already done with part A. So this angle you are seeing here is equal to this angle you are seeing here, PQSR, is equal to 24.15. 24.15 degrees. Hilo swali lile tumeulizwa the area. Unaonaje tumalizie hiyo part ya area? Type on the comment section ama tumalizie hiyo part ya area. Haya. So triangle yetu inakaa hivi. Trapezium yetu inakaa hivi. Hii angle hapa hizi ni parallel. Hii ndio tumepata ni 24.15 degrees. Hii nayo ni P S Q R. Na hii ni 8 na hii ni 10. So tumeambiwa tutafute area ya triangle PQS 2 marks. So triangle PQS ni hii hiyo. Ukiangalia vizuri unaiona ni hiyo. Haya, kitu kingine sitaki usahau, hizi ni parallel lines. Na parallel lines zinakuanga na angle properties of parallel lines. Na angle properties of parallel lines kuna kuanga na angles tunaitanga alternating angles. Alternating angles. Alternating angles, we also call them Z angles. Z angles. Z angles ni gani? Ni kama hii. Iko kwa Z, iko hivyo, alafu inakuja hapa inakuwa Z. Kumaanisha Z angles are equal. Z angles are equal. So kama hapa ni 24.15, hata hapa ni 24.15. I hope you've gotten me right. Because these are Z angles. So this one is a Z angle there, and this one also will be a Z angle, provided these two lines are parallel to each other. So these two lines are parallel to each other, and this one is a Z angle. So if we get that as a Z angle, and finding the area of a triangle, such a triangle, tunasemanga the formula of the area is a half times A, or a half B. If times AB ni hizi side mbili zinauda ya, so ni 8 times 6 or 8 times 10 or 10 times 8. So a half times 10 times 8 times sine is angle sasa 24.15 degrees. So your answer will be a half times 10 times 8 times sine 24.15. 5 times 8 times sine itakuwa 16.37 centimeters squared. 16.37 centimeters squared. I hope you may get. I hope you've gotten it. Umeielewa? Haya. I want you to do this question. It was done in the year 2007. Number 10. this C ni hii point. Haiko kwa hii sentence, ni hii point. (41 degrees). Yes. Calculate the length of Cn to 1 decimal place. 3 marks. Pay attention. You have been told Cn is a bisector of angle ACB. ACB kumaanisha hii imegawanyisha hii angle equally. Imeigawanyisha equally. Fanya hilo swali. Are you done? Tumaliza tu majibu. Have you gotten the right answer? $5.5. Haya, acha to confirm. Yes, 5.5, 5.6. Iko sawa? That's correct. So, what we need to know here is that when you are told that this is a perpendicular bisector, if it is bisecting this angle here, you can clearly see that our question was asking find Cn. If it is bisecting that nini, we have 62, we have 41, so we will take 62 plus 41, and that is going to give us 103 degrees. 103 degrees. When we get 103, we will take 180 minus 103, and 180 minus 103 will be equal to 77 degrees. So this angle yote hapa 2x is equal to 77 degrees. So if we want to get 1, we will divide by 2 by 2, and we will get our x as 77 divided by 2, it will be 38.5. 38.5 degrees. So this one angle is 38.5. And once we get that as 38.5, you can now proceed to get this nini here. Na inaisha hivyo. Yeah. So ukiwa umepata hiyo, si I think you are now done. Yes. You will now be done. That is correct. Iko sawa 5.5. There's no need of doing it. You've done it the right way. There is another one I want you to do. In the figure below, not drawn to scale. Sitashinda nikiandika. We chora. Fanya hii. Tume. Do that one, 10 mark. Okay. You can't do the question. Okay, just a minute. I'm very sorry. Kuna 50 degrees hapo. Kuna 50 degrees hapo. Unaweza ifanya sasa? I think now you can be able to do it. Si uta split uchukue hii peke yake. A, B, C. Peke yake. Can you do it now? I'm very sorry. Pole sana, pole sana, pole sana. Na hilo swali utatumia cosine rule. Cosine rule. Cosine rule hilo la kwanza. Cosine rule tu ndo inaweza apply hapo. Do that question. Let me mark it. You have been told to write your answer to 2 decimal places. So the first one is correct, 6.19. The second one is correct, 47.95. CAD. The third one, I can't see the third one. So those first two are correct. A and B, we've done it correctly. Do the last part of the questions. So do that question. So I leave you with a question here. Calculate the size of angle ACB Two marks. Part B, a perpendicular drawn from A meets BC at N. Calculate the length AN correct to 1 decimal place. 2 marks. So do that questions. To do that question, I know you still have more questions to do or from your revision books. KCSE Made Familiar is a very, very good masterpiece. You can use that to get more questions on trigonometry too, and keep on doing exercises. Yes, I want to end this session. Have a blessed evening, have a blessed night, and let's meet tomorrow a time like this. Thank you.